vertical form, YouTube, all over the world. Yes, maybe we can at least get one person to come on board here, and I'm going to give you the encouragement. I'm going to give you the encouragement that you deserve, because we are all special in our own certain ways. And I come to you with an attitude of gratitude, because I'm telling you, nothing is going to serve you better than to try and serve others with an attitude of gratitude. Good morning, everybody. I am getting ready to get down to the gym, but I wanted to check in with you live and share a few things with you off the top of my head, because I've got about 1 million things going on here, but a lot of them I think might add some value to you. And if you agree, please like, share. Maybe somebody else needs to hear some words of encouragement. I know one thing that is a true thing is that I cannot help anybody else. I cannot encourage anybody else without helping and encouraging myself. That's what I'm here to do today. Unapologetically, I'm not going to be concerned with the numbers. My numbers goal is this: one person. If I could reach one person, have a positive impact on just one person, that goal is going to be all set up. And that's one of the keys to success, everybody, is to make sure you're heavy on the activity goals. A little bit lighter on the outcome goals. Why? Because we have no control over outcome goals to any great extent. We have total control over activity goals. Now, if we're smart and we do things in the right way, we know that a side effect of those activity goals will be a positive outcome in the outcome goal. But we're going to rely heavily on activity goals that we have total control over. If you're a real estate agent and you want to get a listing, and you're making cold calls, right? You're not going to have much or any control over getting that listing appointment on the phone. But you have total control on the amount of calls that you're going to make, that activity goal. You can actually set and keep that activity goal of, I'm going to make 100 calls today. I'm going to make 100 calls today, and you can have total control over that activity goal. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining in. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Obviously, you're a special kind of person because you're here consuming content that may have a positive impact on your life. And hey, that's why this is a good place for you to be right now. And I appreciate you because you're not mindlessly consuming content. You've stumbled on some of my video here. And I like to go live in YouTube vertical because it actually shows up in the shorts feed. So people stumble on Crazy Cliff Yates who aren't already subscribed. So I'm glad you're here. And listen, fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. Be bold in everything you do. Be bold in all your activities. I'm telling you, I've tried it. It's worked. Fortune does favor the bold. Listen, it's attractive to other people. It'll be attractive to yourself when you take bold action. Don't confuse that. There's nuances to everything, right? There's nuances. Don't confuse boldness with being a bully, right? We want to be bold, not a bully, right? Little nuances, right? I've learned these nuances, and they've really they've reflected back to me in my life when I practice them. When I'm bold, but not a bully, nuances, right? Little sophistication in how we act boldly. We do not want to bully people, but we want to take bold action. That's attractive to other people. Decisiveness, attractive to other people, right? Kindness, the best thing we can do. Just be kind today, but don't confuse that with timidity. Timid people, that's kind of a way of showing that you're weak. We don't want to be timid. We want to be kind, right? And we can be kind without being timid. Little nuance there, right? Bold, no bully. Kind, not timid. Who's checking in with me? I'm glad you're here. Prince 67822. Hello, I say hello to you. Glad to come on with you live here. Just speaking from the heart, by the way, so all the mistakes will be left in. Nothing will be edited out. I see we're gathering more and more people coming on the live that I'm doing here today. Vertical form, listen, it's all positivity. It's all self-improvement, personal growth, things that I've learned I like to share with other people. Because I'm getting ready to go right now, got down to the gym. Do I feel like going down to the gym today? Not really today. Am I going to do it? Yeah. Why? I put it on my schedule because I keep appointments with myself. I am totally loyal to the appointments that I make. And in so doing, I've created habits where I am loyal to other people. And I get great fulfillment and satisfaction out of that. Hey, thank you. Dang, you're the motivation master. What? You are. You're firing me up. You're firing me up. Even though I know I shouldn't be doing things to pander and trying to get likes and or approval from other people. But I got to tell you, words of encouragement affect me in a positive way, even though we really shouldn't rely on that to dictate our activity. Well, I'm doing this because I want to get this back. But words of encouragement are powerful, and that's why I like, as my pastor told me over 5 years ago, he said, Cliff, you have the gift of encouragement. I go, well, maybe I do. And you know what? I started to kind of lean into that. I leaned into giving other people encouragement. And every once in a while, I get some positive feedback from that. Hey, what you said to me, that affected me in a positive way. Hey, I'll tell you what, that pushes me. It pushes me in a way I can't explain. It gives me great energy. And some of my friends will say to me, Cliff, you have such great, 68 years old, and you have this energy about you. Well, I haven't always had that energy. Number two, number one, haven't always had it. Number two, I'm in the gym. I'm working out. I'm actually allowing energy to come to and through me. I mean, I'm creating an opportunity for me to have more energy, right? I'm actually controlling what I'm putting in my mouth. I'm controlling what I'm doing, with my activities. And it's giving me tremendous energy that I know that is coming to and through me. And you can do the same thing. That's why I like to share some of the things I'm doing, because I do walk the talk. A lot of people out there, a lot of AI, content creation, it's not authentic, it's not real. And so all of us, you included, you have a unique perspective of life. You have done things that I haven't done. You're an expert in areas that I don't have any idea about, that I can learn from you. We've got to get addicted to learning. That is the best thing that I've learned to do over the past 15 years. Addicted to learning new things. Getting excited about learning new things. Hey, I'm 68. You look so young. Damn it. You have made my day. Now listen, I wasn't pandering for that remark, but I'm going to take that in a positive way, and I'm going to take that energy that you've given me or allowed me to get. I'm taking it to the gym today. Yeah, 68. I'm feeling younger and younger all the time. It's no bullshit. I have a friend. Now I don't know the exact reason why, but I went to the doctor last March. Total testosterone was 709, but my free testosterone, which he says is the amount that's available to you, is a little low, 40. He says, well, your total is so high, I can't put you on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. But I'll tell you what, if you increase your grams of protein, that tends to release more of your free protein. So I went on a program, right, self-imposed, where I focused on getting 180 to 200 grams of protein a day, right, through eggs, right, natural protein supplements. But at the same time, I was also starting to add sprints, just sprinting once every 7 to 10 days. I did it yesterday. That's 8 or 9 sprints, 7 to 8 seconds in length. And then I did some deadlifting. Now in December, I had the blood work done again. Total testosterone, 1,089. And then my free went from 40 to 80. Now listen, I asked personal trainers, why do you think I had that jump in my testosterone, free and total? And they said, well, maybe it's a combination. Probably the protein grams help, but also deadlifting. I mean, you jump rope and you sprint. That does have an effect too. So they thought in a totality that had the effect. But I have friends, and one guy's a good friend of mine, if I can be totally honest. He really does love me, this guy. But he was really questioning me. And I shared with him my blood test results. Cliff, you can't tell me that your testosterone is 1,089 without, you have to be taking a supplement. No, I don't take any testosterone replacement. I've done it all, supposedly, apparently, with my sprinting, getting more grams of protein, and some heavy lifting. At least once or twice a week, I'm deadlifting. And I think that has a big impact on my body's own ability to create testosterone. I want to recognize some people here. Are you kidding? 68, everybody, 68. And you know what? It's not about age, believe me. I see people and I meet them every day. People 40, and they are so dull, and they are so lackluster. They are so low energy. I don't like to be around them. 40. And the other day I'm playing tennis with Martin. Martin is a physician. He is 78. This guy has energy, vitality. So listen, get around people who have positive vibration and energy, because we are a reflection of the people we most hang around. And age doesn't have anything to do with it. Although a lot of people my age, do you know them, 68 and above? I mean, low energy, dull people, no vigor, no vitality. Get out of my way. No disrespect. I can't be around them. I can't be about them. No way. Hey, listen, hey, thanks for checking. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Listen, I want to keep in contact with you here. I'm insane. Talk about that being insane. I'm insane. No testosterone, no steroids, which was the hardest thing when I was in my 30s. When I lived in California working for the LA Sheriff's Department, and I used to train at Venice, Gold's Gym in Venice, around all the famous bodybuilders, and my training partner was a competitive bodybuilder. Little did I know until I got to California, all these competitive bodybuilders were on steroids. And now my friends who are trying to get big, which I've always been trying to do since in high school, they're all on steroids. Diana Ball was the thing of the day. They're doing these cycles of steroids. My training partner was on steroids. Always available to me. Something told me, don't touch that stuff. Don't mess with it. I'm so happy that I never indulged. And I had to fight that because ego-wise, in the gym, Gold's Gym in Venice, competitive bodybuilders everywhere. Lou Ferrigno, Arnold's around there. I'm seeing these guys that I watched in magazines. My training partner, 220, 5'7". You know, at the time I was 6'2", 180. And, oh man, you know, working out with my partner, you know, having to take all the plates off when it's time for my set. Ego-wise, I could just take some steroids. Is there any oral? I didn't want to do shots. I'm just so happy. God guided me. Don't touch the shit. I never did it. No steroids, and I've never had any TRT. Total testosterone. No, it's all natural. All right, thanks for checking in, everybody. I appreciate you coming on here. Listen, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'm always trying to learn new things, new strategies, new philosophies for a better life, and then I share them with you. I get joy out of doing it. It's not out of any determination or motivation for money and or anything else, but I enjoy making content, creating content. I like making videos. I like editing videos, and I like sharing new things and trying to learn new things and become better today than I was yesterday. Hey, so if this kind of content resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. It tells the computer, hey, people are interacting with the channel. They'll show it to more people who are into that kind of thing. And believe me, not everybody is into how can I be better today than I was yesterday. Even I have friends, they're not interested. But if you are, then you're in the right place, and I'm glad you're here. One of the things I was thinking about, I'm so thankful to everybody for my experience, the contrast. And if you haven't had a lot of contrast in your life, get yourself around contrasting people. You know what? Have contrasting experiences. And I'm most thankful that my police career gave me contrasting experience that I could have never bought it in a university classroom. Right? I grew up in upstate New York, a very small little village of Caledonia, New York, and I was around a lot of people in a small town who had small thinking. I got it in my head. I had the drive to thrive and to get out of that town. I wanted to go to the big city, experience things for real that I had seen, movies, television. I didn't want to be a spectator. I wanted to be in the game. And so after 5 years of working in a small sheriff's department in upstate New York, driving the back roads, hour after hour, right? Car deer accidents, people falling asleep at the wheel, drunk driving. You know, I had an urge to go to the big city. And I had the blessing on my life to be able to join the LA County Sheriff's Department in Los Angeles, to go out to the City of Angels and then become an LA County Deputy Sheriff. And then I saw more contrast of life. I could have never learned this from a book, TV, movies. If you've seen the movie Colors, Robert Duvall, he just passed away. The famous actor Robert Duvall passed away in his 90s. And he was in that movie Colors. The movie Colors is so accurate. I know they used a lot of LAPD consultants on that movie, but it was so accurate. Those are some of the areas that I patrolled. When I finally got to patrol after working inside the LA County Jail, and I got out to patrol on the streets, my first assignment was down in South Central LA, Compton, California. And so I had the gift. I had never seen gangs before. I had never experienced gang activity. I had never experienced gang shootings. And then from day one in South Central LA, shootings all the time. And I mean constantly, all the time, on a daily basis. I don't think there was a day that I worked in South Central, Compton area, that I didn't hear gunshots. I didn't grow up around that, but that was another contrast experience that I was experiencing. I never saw extreme poverty before. And can you imagine the way the news paints a picture of the police? And of course, there are bad police officers, and we see more and more with body cams, and we see what kind of person they're hiring. But, you know, I'm going through my own 35-year experience as a police officer working South Central Los Angeles. The amount of good that we all did, the amount of kindness that we showed people, even in the midst of gang shootings and fighting and the cocaine wars, you know, and heroin addiction, overdoses, you know, and abuse, domestic violence, burglaries and robberies in progress, gang fights, gang shootings, all of this chaos and turmoil. And then in the midst of all that, you find so many people who live there, who love the police. They are so thankful, and they tell you, you know, if you end up running through their backyards tracing crooks, they will stop you because there's no one can see them, and they will tell you, listen, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad for your service. I am so happy. These are people in South Central, right? Black, Hispanic, right? They just appreciate police service so much. Contrast that with the LA Sheriff's Department. We patrol the Sunset Strip, West Hollywood, affluent, people with unlimited money, Beverly Hills adjacent, and then not to be around that great wealth and affluence. The amount of people that have an affection and appreciation for the police go way down with the people who are living in affluent areas who really they don't know if they really need the police. You know what I mean? I mean, you're a nuisance. That's kind of the attitude. But working for the LA County Sheriff's Department, I got to experience both extremes: extreme poverty, gang shootings, gang violence, Beverly Hills, working West Hollywood, working in the Valley, Topanga Canyon, working downtown LA because we handled all of the bus service crimes and also the light rail, where we're patrolled by LA County. So I had that gift behind the yellow tape, having the experiences here, low, high, everything in between, very affluent neighborhoods, very poor neighborhoods, driving, and you get the gift of experience that I wouldn't have got. It's very, it's kind of when you're experiencing a memory, if you're in it, right? There's a name for that when you're in the experience, as opposed to, if you're associated with it, as opposed to disassociated with it. It's like if you picture, you know, you and your daughter or son and that beautiful memory on a roller coaster. You're viewing that in your mind from a distance. That's disassociated, as opposed to if you think of that memory in an associated way, you're actually doing it. You're in that, you know, roller coaster car with your son or daughter, and now you're experiencing in an associated way. That makes a big difference in how you remember things. All right, everybody. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for checking in. Oh, man, you made my day. Prince, all right. Thank you, everybody. Hey, listen, so appreciate everybody and their positive comments. And you know what? That says a lot more about you and who you are, because you listen, positive comments really by people today on social media, when they have the disassociation of being behind the keyboard and no consequences to negative comments, it's very easy, right, to fire off some darts of criticism, right? Some attacking shit. So easy. Pop, 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 pop. But to give the gift of encouragement, to leave a positive comment, no greater gift in giving that. And I'm receiving it from you. And so I want to thank you. All right, the gift of encouragement now you've given me, I'm going to carry that with me today further. When I go out to the gym today, I'm going to give that to when I walk into that gym today at Crunch down the gym here, I'm going to give that gift of encouragement to the staff behind the counter. There's going to be 4 or 5 people gathering around. I'm going to say, hey team, good afternoon. You guys are doing a great job. And you know what? I carried that from you, and I'm going to give it to them. All right, pass it along, everybody. The gift of encouragement. No greater joy. I'm telling you, it'll keep you young. I'm starting to feel younger and younger every day. Why? I'm addicted to learning, growing, and sharing. If you're not growing, you're dying. It's just the way life has been set up. That's how it goes. But hey, if you can fall in love with learning, there will be till the end of your life, there will be no greater joy than you falling in love with learning. And listen, everybody, I have fallen in love with learning, so every day we can learn new shit. I don't care where we have to learn it. We got to just look for it. Last night, I was in week number 3 of my improv class. Now listen, I've done stand-up comedy. I did stand-up comedy for over 30 years. And so initially, I kept driving past this improv class down here. An improv, Funky Dog Improv Theater here in Melbourne, Florida. And I thought, maybe I'll take an improv class. And I go, why do I need an improv class? I've done comedy for 30 years. What am I going to learn from? We can't be closed-minded. Whenever we get to the point where we think we've already learned it all, we're in a bad place. But we can change it in the blink of an eye. And I did. I got online, Funky Dog Improv, upcoming class, boom, I signed up. And I can't tell you, hey, there's the UPS guy. I'll tell you what, I'm so glad that I signed up for that improv class, because the skills that I learned in that improv class, I've been able to take to the street, take with me every day, to take with me even on this conversation I'm having with you right now. Because in improv class, you do little games as a group and then with a scene partner. And these games are meant to keep you in the moment. And it trains you to be in a conversation with your scene partner. And you can't time travel to the past or the future or have a predetermined answer to what you're going to say next. Because you have got to be in the moment with your scene partner and whatever gift they're giving you in the conversation. And you got to listen, not just hear. You can't just hear your partner. You actually have to listen to what they say and then respond to what they say in the moment. Now, you take those skills back out to the street. Now, all of a sudden, when you're talking to people, you start to listen to them and not just hear them. You know what? And you repeat back to them. When you're doing a scene partner, game with an improv, you never negate what your scene partner is giving you. So the first thing you have to do is be all in. And number 2, never negate what your scene partner is giving you. So if they say something, you don't say, no, that's not happening. No, you say yes and. And you can do that in your regular conversation with other people. You can yes and them. Yes, you think you saw 3 heads. I understand. You did. But there's a gas leak and it was really a delusion. So it's yes and. That's really the gift of improv. I can't believe how much what I'm learning in the improv class I'm able to take to the streets. In fact, even take it to you right now and talk to you as if we're one-on-one in a coffee shop, just bantering life's wonderful gifts that we get to play with every day. All right, everybody. Hey, I'll see you in the spring for sure. Hey, Jordy. Oh, my goodness. You are a savior. The whole family, the whole Brown family is a savior to me. These are my people. These are my people. Originally, we got together, right? Business relationship turned into friend relationship. These people are like family to me. Sometimes you don't know people's true hearts until, right? I had a little winter last summer. I was going through a winter season. Thank you, Jordy. Oh, Jad. Oh my God. Luann, the Brown. Love you guys. Right? Going through a little winter season, and then people see you in your winter season. Then guess what? Some people, you know, right? They know you're going through a winter season, and they show up with a shovel. They show up with a snowblower. They show up, and they get you through the winter season. Even though it was summertime, I was going through winter season, and hey, the Browns, you showed me love, right? Sometimes you got to ask a powerful question in every situation, right? What's good about this? When I was going through my winter, I had to ask that okay, what's good about this? Hey, it's shown me who my true friends are. Hey, I talked in a video not too long ago about something I learned, that when the winds of tragedy and challenge and troubles blow on all of us, right? 3 things happen. Number 1, we find out how strong we are. And as we keep going day after day, we get stronger and stronger. Number 2, what do we find out? Who our true friends are. When all hell breaks loose, your true friends are still there. They have not disappeared. No way. And number 3, it gives you immunity to future trouble, because you can look back and see, hey, if I've already gone through this. If you're a believer in God, you say, God got me through it then, He'll get me through it now, because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and the same tomorrow. And whatever you believe in, if you don't believe, at least you can look back and think, there's a track record. I've gotten through that. I'll get through this too. Believe me, you will, everybody. All right. I appreciate the accolades. And you know what? I got to go forward with an attitude of gratitude the rest of the day, knowing full well that somebody said, you look good today. I'm passing that on to other people. All right, everybody, I got to stay on my schedule, because as you know, I keep my appointments with myself. All right, you know I love you. I'll see you in the next video.